Welcome to the Kingdom. I'm Chris, and this is Good Enough Gaming. Howdy folks, and welcome back to the Kingdom for a 2,000 point game of Age of Fantasy. One of your favorite players is back.
Hola.
I don't want to say your favorite because then that makes it sound like I don't like the other people who play. I'm grateful for everybody who comes up to play here. Anyways, so we've got some new terrain here. I don't think you've seen this yet. I've played with it before in some test games and playing stuff, but anybody who is familiar with mini wargaming, I got this from the Forge. This isn't part of the terrain that they designed, but I bought this. They had a buy one, get one, so I bought half the terrain and they sent the other half for free. Also, you'll notice in the bottom left corner and in the distance in the top right are the two pieces of terrain from the fish tank terrain tutorial. So hopefully that was helpful for some of you. Fish tank terrain tutorial.
I like this because, as folks know, I'm a big fan of pillars. We got
Stop.
some nice pillars.
That made me very uncomfortable.
Very biteable. These
He
pillars.
tried to. He picked one up and I saw him just slowly trying to gnaw on it. Anyways, so what's happened here is this is the realm of the Saurians, and they have been invaded by the Undead. So we're going to have 2,000 points of Saurians versus Undead. It's my brand new Saurian army. It's the first time that they've seen table time. Hopefully they do okay. We'll have to see.
I appreciate your new army, Chris, but I anticipate tabling them in the first turn. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just absolutely
like the babe.
murder.
He's calling his shot.
Calling the shot. Yep. I just think I'm going to demolish. No, who knows?
I mean, it's a dice game, and it's you and me. Come on now. So this is where we're fighting. Control of this ruined foresty area. Not quite jungle, but I don't have jungle terrain. I'm working on it. Anyways, let's get to the armies, and then we'll go over the mission.
So Dracula. Dracula is a vampire master, heavy hand weapon, furious, all the good stuff. Blood chalice, so we're getting that regen effect. I'm running them as banshees. So howl, 12-inch range with claws, chilling, ethereal, and also undead. That's a nice little unit that I've got going there.
For anyone who's been watching the channel for a while,
yes.
I hate that unit.
That's my favorite unit.
They are so hard to kill, and they do a lot of damage.
If they can get into melee, they can cause some
All right,
damage.
And then what else we got over there?
This is right over here, right behind all of them. I've got my Skeleton Watch, a group of 10. So they have crossbows at a 24-inch range with rending, and protected and undead. This unit that I haven't mentioned before is the zombie wolves. Vicious bites, scout, fast, all that good stuff. And then back here, 2 units in reserve. I've got my bat beast, ambush, fear, flying, furious, toughness 6, all that good stuff. And then 5 wraiths off of the ghostly undead listing, ambush, ethereal, undead with 5 great weapons. So these 2 are in reserve for the moment. Yes. Okay, so I have my zombie giant. Yes, I know he's not overly giant.
He should be on a slightly bigger base and a slightly larger size.
He's significant, yeah, but and I think I mentioned this on the channel too. These
you run him as a corpse card?
Yeah,
okay.
Because he's like I think these are WizKids models. They do a bigger one, but the bigger one isn't beating you to death with his own arm, like literally ripped off his own arm. So I was like, I could go bigger for scale and make it significant, or I could go with him. And I will say, I think it actually works scale size wise because he's a toughness 6. He's not like a
okay.
toughness 12 or a toughness 18.
But is he a defense 2?
He is, he's running as a corpse wagon, and so he's a toughness 6, quality 5, defense 3.
Okay, so it's not terrible.
Not terrible. He does have regeneration, and he has spawn. So he does
spawn
get,
the
he
zombies.
gets the stitched
So
zombies to go
what does
with
he do?
him.
Plant that arm after he beats someone with it and it grows a new guy?
Pops the little fingers off and sticks them in the ground.
The Hydra's teeth.
Sort of. There you go. All right, I've got my werewolf champion here in the back, surrounded by 3 werewolves, heavy rending claws on the 3 of them. He also has heavy rending claws, and he has a toughness of 6, whereas the other werewolves are a toughness of 3 each.
Now, I had an identical unit in my last regiment's game, and they failed me, so I'm hoping yours do the same. just letting you know.
It can all go one way or the other here. And the last unit, David and the skeleton guard, he's running as a vampire master with a heavy great weapon, blood chalice. And then the skeleton guard are all actually on this unit doing heavy spears.
Oh, yeah.
So I
run.
Yeah.
You fought them.
Yep,
They're great.
yep.
On attack or defense, they get to go first.
Yeah, I souped them up to give them the heavy spears just because I needed the points, first of all. And then second of all, it's just like, after I saw it in your game, I was like, I want to try that with a unit and see if that'll kind of help me with countering anything.
All right.
But of course, I put the werewolves in front of them, so charge attacks are going to be interesting.
All right, that is 2,000 points of Vampiric Undead with ghostly undead allies. So now 2,000 points of my brand new Saurian fantasy army. We'll see how they do. Unfortunately, if you all are familiar with new model syndrome, Josh is going to table me in turn 1. But we'll see if that happens. So starting
if I am,
off,
I'm going to tell you I'm really, really sorry.
Oh, you can leave now. So starting off with my Saurian veteran. Quality 3, defense 3, dual heavy hand weapons, and then I put him on top of a Tyrannosaurus or whatever the heck that is. So that gives it crushing jaws and stomp. So this guy in melee throws out 14 attacks, varying between 1 and 2 AP.
Wow.
He's fearless. He has Predator, which is one of the army rules, or the army-wide rules, which is basically
getting to the chopper on time.
6s, yeah, actually it would be. 6s explode in melee. If you roll a 6, you get another attack. Not an auto hit, but you get another attack, which is nice.
That's good.
He also toughness 15, fear 2, primal roar, which means when he activates, 2 other units can get their predator to go off on a 5 or a 6. And then he also has ferocious, which means he's +1 to hit in melee. So he's actually, in melee, he's quality 2.
Wow.
So melee monster. Next up, my 1 unit of basic core troops, my Saurian warriors. Quality 4, defense 4. They're about as average standard vanilla as you can get. But they are fearless. They also have predator, and I gave them a full command: sergeant, musician, and banner. And for the sergeant, he's going to be the model here that has the slightly different colored base that I got from the Underworlds kit instead of the standard Seraphon kit. Then holding down the middle, 2 of my monstrous dinosaurs. So first, we have here the dragon lizard on the left. So he spits flames. He gets basically 2 flamethrower blast attacks. They're not great. Oh no, they are. They're short range. They're powerful, but they're very short range.
Okay.
He is fearless, he's furious, he has Strider, and he also has Predator, even though he's mostly a ranged guy. Yep. And then next to him is my Ankylosaurus. So I gave him the Solar Beam, so that thing on top also shoots out 2 blast attacks. So those guys in the middle can thin ranks really well, but they're not so good against single creatures, so I'm not sure how they're going to deal with that corpse cart. But it only has a quality 4. That's the downside.
Oh.
So few attacks, and he's not likely to hit him, but he's tough. Defense 2, toughness 12. So he can take quite a beating, but I'm not sure how well he can hand it out. And then lastly, on the other flank, now some of you might be going, this is a really weird deployment. We'll get to that. For now, on the left,
Chris forgot his meds. So.
The head general is my frog mage. So I gave him a heavy magic pulse. Well, that's his base melee weapon. It's lots of weak attacks. I gave him a magic beam, so it's a deadly attack, but again, range 12. So my army is very, very dangerous up close, but at a distance, they're not so good. However, I did make him a caster level 4, because he's a frog mage. He's supposed to be really good at magic.
Might as well.
Then right in front of him, I have a unit of gators. They have no upgrades even available. You take them or you don't. So quality 4, defense 3. They each have heavy great weapons, which is 3 attacks at AP 3.
Oh, that's pretty significant.
So they hit hard, but quality 4. So you're looking out of 9 attacks from the unit, you're going to hit with 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Then, to the right of them, I brought them simply because I painted them. Because as Josh and I have found, cavalry in one-page rules sucks.
Oh.
It's terrible. Yeah. They need to increase their toughness. They need to decrease their points. They need to do something. Yeah. They don't feel like cavalry.
Other than just having that first attack.
They're fast.
They're fast.
But a lot of armies, well, not a lot of armies, but armies have infantry units that are fast, or monsters that are fast.
I think what we talked about off camera was I would rather take a souped up squad or like a base squad of wolves with fast than have to deal with those because they fall apart easy.
So that's supposed to be a unit of 5, but I only had 3 in the box of models. So we'll just pretend there's 2 more behind, and the first 2 casualties will be them because they only have 1 wound, so they'll die really fast. But this is what I mean. They have 1 wound, they have 1 attack with no AP.
Yeah. If you look at the baseline, your big guy, he's a dude on a beast.
And he feels like a dude
at least
on a beast.
Toughness, and I'm not saying all cavalry should be monsters, but I am saying that there should at least be a little bit of toughness since you're a dude on a beast, whereas werewolves are like toughness 3.
Yeah.
And I could just run a squad of werewolves.
And these guys, even though they're riding dinosaurs, I don't get extra attacks for that. Instead, they have the Devour.
Dinosaurs don't have attacks?
Nope. Instead, when I charge in, when I attack, I roll a dice for each model, and on a 6, you take a wound. Devour. It's the same one the ogres have.
Yeah.
So, like I'm saying, they look phenomenal. They do not have rules to match. Yeah. So that's one thing, and unfortunately, I've already filled out my survey for this cycle of OPR surveys. Otherwise, I'd put in their fix your cavalry. Anyways.
Fix your cavalry.
And then on the far right, anchoring the other flank, we have a Triceratops. So he's a little bit of both. He has the horns and a stomp in melee, but the crew riding on top have javelins. And because I built it with that Gecko Priest up in the top there, that is a caster level 2.
Nice.
So it's kind of all around. It's got range, it's got magic, it's got melee. So there it is, folks. 2,000 points of my brand new, bright and shiny Saurians. All right, regarding the mission. So, in case I didn't mention it earlier, I have a goal in 2025 to test out as many of the advanced rules as possible. So every game, I'm going to do a couple extra. New maps, new deployments, new missions, new advanced rules. That advanced rulebook's absolutely massive, so let's see what's inside it. So today, we are trying out first a new deployment map. We're using heavy damage, so anything that has toughness of 6 or higher will degrade over time. We've also, our mission, we rolled up demolition. So for demolition, each army has 1 objective that are going to be represented by these pillars of standing stone there. So mine is right over here, and then zipping across no man's land, Josh is being held down by his corpse cart there. It's basically capture the flag. You want to hold on to yours, but destroy your opponents. So after 4, possibly more rounds of battle, whoever has managed to wipe out their enemy's objective while keeping their own secure is the winner. And Josh, I think, has a slight advantage because he has ambush. So he can pop some guys up right next to mine. I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that.
But then if you take them to Pound Town, it's going to get bad.
Indeed. The other thing we tried out, the advanced rules. So we tried out one of the rules from Fog of War that was called Surprise Engagement. So you may have noticed that the deployment we had looked kind of odd. For Surprise Engagement, you divide your deployment zone into 3. So 1/3 here, then 1/3 here, and then 1/3 here. And we had to pick a unit and then roll a dice, a D3, and whichever zone we rolled, that's where we had to deploy the unit. That's why my center is almost empty, whereas my left is super stacked here. And Josh as well. He has 1 unit in the center holding that objective, and then his flanks are, just jammed. So that was the advanced rule. We'll see how it works. It definitely made deployment faster because we really didn't have to care what the other person was doing. You just put stuff where the dice tell you to.
Oh, yeah.
So other than capture the objectives, our secondary was called Finalize, which means you have to be the last player to kill a unit before the game ends. If you do that, you get an extra victory point. So it's going to be a fairly low scoring game just because there aren't that many objectives or points available to get. So that means every point is worth a lot. Josh won the roll-off for deployment. He has done his scouting. Everything is in place. We are ready to move on to turn 1. So the first half dozen activations were just movement and positioning. Josh has moved up his corpse cart and his wolves up to take cover behind the rock formation there in the forest. The lizards have responded by moving up the Saurian warriors. Neither of us wants to get in charge range of the other, so it's kind of a cautious.
Yeah, y'all missed the super exciting measuring to make sure we're just 1 inch shy of being in charge range or something.
And my casters have a spell that increased distance, but because of the deployment rule for this, my big melee monsters over here and the casters are on the other side of the board. Yeah. Then swinging over here to the left flank, the Triceratops has moved up again out of range of his wolves, but Josh has moved up with his skeleton watch.
Yep.
So they're going to shoot. So what are we doing? We're shooting me in the face?
Shooting you in the face, hitting on 4s. These guys do have crossbows, so it does have rending.
Ooh.
So maybe something. We'll see. Happy with 4s. 5 hits, 2 at AP 4.
Okay. So I need 2 on. I need 6s for these. Got 1. So that's 1 damage, and then 3 at AP.
No AP on this.
Okay, 3s. So 2 go through, 2 wounds total. So
he's down to 27 wounds. Nice.
Down to 10. He's down to 10. Which is surprising. The Triceratops is the defense 3. But then I suppose the Ankylosaurus being defense 2, that makes sense.
Yeah, when you were saying, when you're doing the rundown of the characters and you're like, he's very good on protection, but he's not good on assault. I'm like, that's an Ankylosaurus for you.
Oh. All right, Ankylosaurus. I thought everyone was 12-inch range for their weapons, but Ankylosaurus, he actually has a 24-inch range. So he's moved up, and he is going to unleash the power of the sun.
There you go.
Into your wolves.
Go for it.
He only hits on 4s. How does he do? He misses with both, and we're off to a great start. So, just to sum, everybody moved. We'll take a look at the overview during the turn summary. But the one thing that we do want to catch here is the Frog Mage has moved up. I burnt all 4 of my spell points to cast a level 3 spell and to buff it to go off on a 3.
Do it.
Can I do it?
Do it.
Come on, Frog Mage.
Do it. Do it, Frogman.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a freaking 1. I hate my life.
I was rooting for you. I really wanted the regen effect.
I hate everything. That, folks, if it had gone off, I give regen to 3 units. My entire left flank was going to get regen, and then
I would have been in trouble.
We're off to a fantastic start, folks.
We'll see how the next round goes.
So, end of turn 1. We've had a lot of maneuvering. The front lines have gotten closer. There's been a little bit of weak combat. Ankylosaurus failed to shoot. Now, as Josh pointed out, too, he's shooting beams of the sun at the undead, and he still can't do anything. You'd think just the presence of this guy on the field would make the vampires run away, but no. You actually have to hit something. So a lot of maneuver, but especially on this flank here, there's going to be a lot of action going on in turn 2. And unfortunately, unfortunately for me, the undead get the first activation. So moving on to turn 2.
Werewolf Squad is going after the big lizard. Going off on 3, and they have rending.
Well, good thing I don't have regen.
Yeah. Going off on 3s. 6 on that one.
Okay, these are AP.
AP1.
AP1, saving on
Yep.
4s. Oh, only one went through.
Only
So
one.
I can't hit anything.
But you can defend.
But I
like
can sure
like
defend.
a beast. All right. Then we've got the
Like a beast?
The werewolf.
I see what you did there.
The werewolf champion is also hitting. Also on quality 3.
Keep your dice on the table, Josh.
Going off on 3s. 4 more hits. AP1.
4 more hits at AP1.
Yeah.
Okay, again.
You
Save
can
it
make
on
it.
4s.
You can make it. You're welcome.
It's okay.
Yeah. So your defensive rolls are spot on, my friend.
So yeah, he's down to 13. He's at 15 wounds, not 18. See, look at that. He's already 3 wounds less than you thought. You're almost halfway. In fact, I might as well take him off the table. He's pretty much dead.
Just let him go.
Okay, well, now I'm most definitely going to hit you back, good sir.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I expect to lose at least 1 werewolf on this. Maybe 2.
Okay, so I'm hitting you on 2s.
Yep.
6s generate an extra attack.
Woo. And how many attacks? 23 or 26 or something?
So I'm going to roll the Saurian veterans' hand weapons and the stomp at the same time since they're both AP1.
Makes sense.
Hitting on 2s, 6s make me happy.
Good lord.
Got 1 6, so that's 8. 9.
5s. 2 dead. 2 dead. 1 is down to 1 wound.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, unfortunately, I still have
Oh,
my
I know. Yeah.
crushing jaw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll here. 2s, 5s again, or 6s, nothing. So 5 at AP2.
So 6s.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So dead, and then he's down to 2 wounds. Or no, he's down to 4.
Look at him, he's already laying down.
He's down to 5.
He's exposing his belly.
I'm done. He's like, nope. We're done. We're done.
Well, unfortunately, you lost combat.
Yep.
So you're going to need to take a quality test.
All right. Quality is 3. 3.
He's good. And you've already backed up your inch.
Oh, he's not good. No.
He's been better.
He's been better.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I expected that to go poorly for me, but not that.
Let me just say that backwards. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I still have a chance. Your brides are sticking out just a little bit right over there. So I'm going to attack with my Ankylosaurus. He's going to use his cosmic sun ray to go after the brides. Oh, Dracula. So 2, hitting you on 4s. Got you once. So it's blast 3, AP2.
Okay. I mean, they're already at 6s, so they're not getting anything back. No regen.
2 of them!
2.
Folks, this is why I have so much trouble killing these. What should have killed 3, killed 1. All right, we're charging in with more wolves.
Vampire wolves going in things. Dice 5.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh.
Take that.
2 hits.
2 hits.
But, they're going into the Triceratops. Yeah. I thought you were going to try and wipe out, because that's almost enough to kill the cavalry. Okay, Triceratops saving on 3s. Ooh, you still get 1. He's down to 9. He has officially tiered. Okay, Triceratops hitting back with his horn. He's giving you the horn. These have rending, but no AP.
3 hits.
3 hits. AP nothing.
5s.
You blocked 2 again.
2.
Block 2.
So 1. Block 2.
You blocked 2.
Block 2.
Then stomp.
So that's 1 of them.
2 at AP1.
2.
For the stomp.
So 6s. 2 more dead.
And my other attack is a ranged attack, so that's that. All right, good sir, roll your...
5.
No, so that's 2 dice for the undead rule. Roll high, my good sir. And he did! They're both there. Back them up. Back them up. Back them in. Let me begin. Okay, I figured... Might as well. So my Triceratops is going to countercharge you. Now, I maybe kill you, maybe not, but...
Oh, yeah. They're squishy.
I'm hitting on 6s. All right, impact on your wolves.
Impact on the wolves.
I will not. So, Triceratops, impact 3.
3.
So that's 2 hits, AP nothing.
5s.
Got one.
One dead.
And then the horn is 6 attacks, hitting you on 6s. Got one. But AP nothing. And they're dead. Okay. Return fire.
Yep. Skeletons, crossbows, things. 4.
Josh is limited to 1 syllable communication today, folks. I apologize. Maybe I'll get subtitles.
Just a whole bunch of 4 shots.
4 shots.
No AP, none of that. It's got rending, but.
Well, then it wouldn't have mattered then if I'd gotten my regen. You would have ignored it.
Yep.
All right, 3s. Save them all.
Yep.
All right, wiping out the wolves opened up a path. Let's see if, you know what's going to happen. Because I whine about cavalry, these guys are going to do
awesome,
marvelous here.
Yep.
But we'll see. I'm not going to count my chickens until they have hatched. So Raptor Riders, 3 impact hits. That's 3 hits at AP nothing.
Defense 4, so 3 hits. Save
Only
2.
1 goes through.
Yeah, 1 goes through.
Just reminding folks, it's a unit of 5, but the way I had to charge in between those 2 pieces of terrain, the other 2 would not have been in contact, therefore no impact hit for them. But now that we're actually into the fighting, I gave them lances because you really, really need it. So they're hitting on 3s and +1 AP because they charged. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like.
4 at AP1. So 5s. 2 more dead.
2 more dead. Not bad. And did I roll any 6s? I did. I rolled 1.
Yeah.
So that's 1 more attack, which fails. And then the last thing I've got, I forgot to roll +1 for the sergeant, my mistake. And then Devour. Nothing. So it did squat. You can hit back.
All right, so 4s. All right. 3. No AP, no nothing.
But these guys are only defense 4.
Oh.
That's definitely gone. What's that one? I can't see.
4.
1 goes through. 1 guy's dead. So, you lose combat.
Yes.
Fail, so how many wounds are in that unit?
4, 5, 6, 7. And it's still off the quality, right?
Nope, it's 1, 2, and 3 a guy dies. 4,
Ah.
5, 6 a guy save.
2, 3,
4!
4 dead.
Holy cow. I like the mechanic of Undead. I've always thought 1 through 3 is a little bit high. Although, in fairness, it means that when you're below half and you lose a melee, you're not going to get wiped.
Was that 3 or 4?
That was 4.
4, all right.
Yeah. Okay. So, see, told you. I said the cavalry suck. Maybe I've just never been charging the right unit with them. I keep forgetting that if I move within range to shoot with a 12-inch gun, that puts me within charge range. So the corpse card, or rather the big zombie.
If it helps you, this guy is not.
He's not great?
No.
But you are going to then eventually spawn a unit of zombies right in my face.
If he survives. No, because he won't survive the next round. 8 attacks for the crew at quality 5.
Dragon Lizard, go! Ooh,
2 hits.
2.
Pull up and 2.
Okay, I think I can handle that. Defense or AP? 4s. Takes 1. Then he is attacking back. 3 attacks back, AP of 1. He does have Predator. So that's 3 attacks, 3 total. This one misses, that one. Oh, I get another roll, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nope, 2. 2 at AP 1.
2 at AP 1.
Yep.
So 4. Save 1, regen. No, so 1 goes through. So he's down to 5.
Do you cause fear at all?
Fear 1.
So you actually won the combat.
Okay.
So I need to take a test. 3, I fail it. So these guys are now shaken. You bounce back. And my dragon unit is now shaken, unfortunately. And the very reason why he was able to charge my dragon lizard is now the reason I can charge his corpse cart. Unit of 10 charging in. I need a different color dice because there's a sergeant. Saurian war. Wow, these guys are as milquetoast as it gets. 1 attack, no AP, hitting on 4s, but predator. That's their thing. Okay, here we go. So even the sergeant misses, despite having a buffed attack. Well done, sir. Well done. 1-6, which is also a miss. So a grand total of 5 hits, no AP.
2 hits go through, but I got regen.
Oh, so one goes through.
So he's down to 4.
And then go ahead and do your attacks back. If you do well enough with this, with your fear, you could still win the combat.
And hitting on 6 of these. 1 hit.
1 hit. AP of nothing.
AP nothing.
4s. Saves it.
Yeah.
So I did 1 to you, and your fear counters it. So that was a push. So Dracula and his harem have moved up, and they're going to scream.
Into the Ankylosaurus. 9 going. Quality 3. AP 1. First 9.
What do you mean the first 9?
Each of them gets 2.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I hate this unit, Josh. Okay.
And then 9 at AP 1.
Okay, saving on 3s. Oh! There's 3 down. The rest are okay. But that brings him down to 9. He is tiered. I think one good turn deserves another. We're going to activate this guy and do last stand. So he gets up, he gets an attack at quality -1.
Okay.
But his flamethrower's reliable, so now he's hitting you on 2s, and I can handle that. So 2 attacks. 3s. Nice. So that's blast 3 each. So 6 total, no AP.
6.
Block 1.
Save 1.
Then first round of regen. So these are the 5s, right? They have regen, right?
Yeah, they have regen
Okay.
and they have ethereal.
So you get a 5-up save, then a 6-up
Yeah, I'll
save.
do the regen next, I guess.
Oh my gosh!
And then one more on the ethereal. Probably gonna lose one here. Yeah.
Oh, did you lose a guy, Josh?
I lost a banshee.
God! Yeah. I'm bringing over my hero on the dinosaur. I'm gonna drown you in hits. You cannot possibly roll that well every time. Frog Mage has moved up as close as he can. He's kind of avoiding the spiked tail of the Ankylosaurus, but it puts him within 12 to attack the cast a spell on your brides. So I'm going to again spend all 4 to cast a level 3 spell to go off on a 3. Come on, Piranha Swarm. There we go. So 2 units within 12. So your corpse cart and brides each take 6 hits, AP nothing.
Whew. All right.
Drown you in hits, good sir.
6 hits at AP nothing, you say?
Yeah, now that's exactly what the fire dragon did to you, and you ended up taking 1.
Yeah.
wound. So do that again, you'll be fine.
4, 5, 6. So let's do these first. So 6 6s. Nothing.
Nothing.
That's a strong start for you. Regen.
This is where you always get it. Oh,
1.
only 1.
But then
Ethereal.
but that's a lot of 6s.
That's a lot of 6s. You burn through them all out. Okay, well, there it is, folks. There it is.
2.
A 1 in 6 chance, and he gets it on over half of his dice. I mean, this is how this unit goes. I have to just throw everything at it and chip away one at a time.
That's why I'm saying I think I need to build more. That's going to be my monster setup. Plus, I want to change up how I'm handling that because doing that as a corpse card is not going up.
It's not. The first game we ever played, first video on the channel, you brought him, but you ran him as a monster, as a giant. I'd say stick with that.
Yeah, well, he was an undead giant, and I can't remember, but they took that one out.
Well, you have no problem bringing in other armies.
That's true. I think the only one they have now is like, what is it called? A butcher?
The Butcher Titan.
The Butcher Titan.
Yeah, he's a little small for Butcher. Butcher Titan's like 20 wounds.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so 6 wounds on him with the other half of the spell. The piranha, dude, you're like bleeding flesh. Piranhas are going crazy here.
Not 6. What is it? He's 3 on defense.
Oh, wow, so I got 1.
1, but regen.
Regen. No.
So 1 more.
Down to half.
It's down to half.
So he's tiered, but just movement, and I don't think we need to worry about that.
No, because, I mean, I'm probably going to, if he survives this, I'm going to actually spawn.
All right, so that's magic, but here's the other magic. I'm going to use my magic beam into him.
Okay.
So hitting you on quality 2. Wow, Frog Mage is a boss. So that's 1 hit, AP 2, Deadly 3.
Defense 3. Oh, so deadly
3 regens, yep. Get 1, at least. Oh no!
He did.
Now, here's the fun part for you, though. With degrading, when a unit of 6 or higher dies, he explodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, this is one thing. I'm definitely going to talk about this in my year-end review, going over all the advanced rules. I like the idea that big stuff explodes. I like that. I don't like how it's worded. I did 3 wounds on you. This unit here has to take 10 rolls, and every one is a wound. This one has to take 5. It's half the distance of your toughness, so it'll just be these 2 units here. So for the Fire Dragon, he's got 5 wounds left. Every one is another wound. So he's good. This is going to hurt on these my warriors. 1, 2 guys gone.
Not too bad.
Not bad. Okay, after softening up Dracula and his brides, my heavy hitters go charging in. Because Josh has already activated everything, so it's just lizard cleanup here. So we've got 9 attacks, AP 3, but hitting on 4s. So we'll have to see how that works. 4s. And also, I think these guys have, Predator. So every 6 is another hit. So I'll just re-roll.
There you go.
Wow. So that's 8.
Defensive 6.
6, 5, and then 6.
Yeah, 6, 5, and 6.
Nice. Off to a good start.
5.
Getting better.
2,
See what I mean, folks?
6s. 3.
Okay, 3. So, after flaming you with the fire dragon, shooting you with the rays of the sun, casting magic at you, and charging you with my gators, I still haven't wiped that unit out.
It's a nice unit.
It is a very nice unit.
Hand weapons, going off on 3s. 2. No AP.
No AP. It's 3s. Got 1.
Cool. And then the heavy hand weapon on Dracula, going off on 3s. 1 more.
AP
1.
4 saves. So 1 is down to that. So yeah, you lost combat a bit. Don't fail this. Don't fail this.
Quality 3.
You failed it, Josh.
Yes.
So that's 3 for Dracula, 3 for each bride.
Yep. So 2 dead.
Yep. So Dracula.
Dracula's got 1 bride left, folks.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Dracula has become monogamous in this battle.
That's how serious this has been for him.
All right, there's only 1 unit I have left to activate. It's a big frickin' dinosaur, but he's only hitting on 6s. So here's 8 attacks. Here's all the AP1 attacks.
Dinosaur experts that are also gamers in the tabletop gamers in the comments.
So 1 hit gives me another hit for Predator. No. So far you got 1 at AP1.
1, 5.
He's good. And then here's the big teeth. No. Do I have impact anything? No, I don't. Oh, so sad. So you get to hit back?
6 claws with rending. Going off on 3s.
I'm going off on 6s.
Oh, 6.
You're fatigued too.
Yeah, so 1. AP 1.
Saves it.
Yeah.
Saves it. Now here's the bad news. I cause fear 2. So you lose combat.
Quality 3.
You good. So I back up again. What's crazy is when you're building that guy, you can make him the army standard bearer and give him fear 3. It stacks, so he's fear 5.
Good Lord.
So if he gets in combat, even if he kills nothing, he counts as doing 5 wounds.
Wow.
So I thought of doing that, but I like the ferocious idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, at the end of turn 2, there are not many undead on the field. So I guess my Saurians just needed a turn to warm up, stretch, get a few practice swings in. Things have been pretty harsh for Josh's army here. So we've got a slow, steady advance of the Triceratops. The cavalry went screaming in, and they actually did well, which is shocking. Dracula and his brides are one of the best unit combinations I've ever seen in OnePageRules. Does bring in 2 army books, but still, that's intense. And then in the middle here, the corpse cart was brought down. Back here, Josh is guarding his objective. And then over here, we still have a Clash of the Titans. So that's the end of turn 2. Let's see what happens in turn 3. And we'll hope Josh remembers to bring in his ambush this time. So Josh has remembered his ambush. One of them is a bat hero.
Go me.
A bat thing, a Batman. Batman?
Batman.
Or
He's
man
Batman.
bat.
Man bat.
Anyways, he's dropped in and he is charging into my Saurian warrior on his not Tyrannosaurus.
He has reap, so 3.
He's going to reap me?
Hitting on 3. Serial reapist.
Oh, Josh.
1.
Wait, you said hitting on 3s. There were 2 3s in it.
Oh, 2 3s. Why not? 3 hits.
AP?
No.
Oh. 3+. Fail them both. Just for you, Josh. Just
Yay.
for you. Oh, here's the sad part. I get to hit you back.
Yep.
Here's the AP1 hits on a 2. And no 6s, so that's good.
How many hits?
Predator didn't kick off. 6 at AP1.
Cool. You might table me. You might take him right here. Let's see.
You'd have to fail every single roll, though.
Challenge accepted. You said no AP?
No, AP1.
AP1. So 4s.
Just 1.
Just 1.
Just 1. And then 6 attacks with the bite. So that allows me to reroll that. All right, so 2, 4, 6 at AP2. So 3 hits plus, so a total of 4.
4 hits.
You don't
So
have
he's
regen?
No.
Okay.
He's down to 2.
So he's down to 2. You lose the combat.
Quality 3. No.
Oh no! 2 dice, Josh. Oh. Okay. He's safe on 1 hit left. Oh boy.
So 1 hit left, he said?
Yep. So I had such high hopes. The Triceratops was exactly 12 inches away from Dracula and his brides. I was going to go charging in. It was going to be glorious. And then I remembered that Josh tiered him, and so he loses 2 inches of movement, which would have brought him out of charge range. So instead, the Gators are going to go in and see if they can finish off what they started. 9 attacks. Hitting you on 4s. But I do get 2 more. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at AP3. You're going to have to roll them one at a time for the brides because the AP3 will be important once you get to Dracula.
Right. So, so it's just the 1 bride.
1 at a time,
6.
yep.
So just 1 for her. No.
No. 5 up regen. No. 6 up ethereal. No. So now you've got 6 to save on Dracula.
No.
But he has regen. He just doesn't have that ethereal goodness.
No.
3.
Huh?
You regen. That was your regen.
Oh, yeah, that was
You just
your
saved
regen.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3. So
3.
Well, he's a toughness 3.
Oh, I thought he was a toughness 6.
No, Dracula's toughness. No, because he's a hero.
Ah,
He's dead.
not anymore, he's not.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The Gators do what Gators do. So Josh is charging in, countercharging with his race, but you should have heard it, folks. He's like, oh, let's just wrap this up.
Oh, what am I hitting on? 3s. 1, 2, 3.
Any rending or anything special?
Nah, we're gonna say no.
We're gonna say no.
AP2.
AP2. That's
with
right.
read.
I remember I was supposed to be afraid of these guys. 5s.
Well, why?
Ooh.
They're squishy.
You just killed a gator, sir.
No, I did not.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, go me. Yay.
And then I hit you back. Now only 6 attacks because you killed a gator, sir. Hitting you on 6s, but... Woo.
There you go. 4.
Actually, I get 4 more attacks because
Yeah,
of Predator. Jeez. One more, so 5 total at AP3. That was insane.
Oh, they're already at 6s, so. Oh, I saved 1.
Do they have regen?
What do the raids?
Or do they just have ethereal?
Ethereal, so 6s again. No, 4 dead.
Well, but now you have to roll for your morale, Josh.
Oh, God. Well, do I really need to? 3.
He passes
Why
it.
not? Of course I do. Anything to keep it going.
All right, I have moved up my Ankylosaurus to get a shot onto the unit. We're starting to chip away at Josh's defense on his objective. So 2 attacks, blast, hitting on 4s though. 1 hit. She got 3 saves at AP2.
4 up. Right there. 2 dead.
Any regen?
Oh yeah, regen. Yeah, because of bullet shells.
One guy. Yeah, so the solar engine's kind of, it's okay. I mean, you'd think it would do really well. AP2, but it's that regen.
It's that regen. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your guys. It has everything to do with the regen.
Triceratops has moved up, unfortunately, because Josh has done enough damage. He can only move 4, because I also want to use his weaponry. So what I'm going to do to try and help get him into the fight, I am going to spend 2 of his, 3 of his magic to cast a level 2 spell, Energy Reservoir, and have it go off on a 3.
Reservoir.
Does it go off? Yes, it does. So he gets an extra 2 inches when he advances. So I'll take those right now. Is it multiple units? 2 friendly units, yeah. So we'll give that to the also to the raptors. So now the raptors can rush or charge 18.
Nice.
And he is now going to use his the little crew there on top are going to shoot their javelins into those remaining 2 skeletons that Josh has in front of my cavalry. Hopefully clear them off and make room for the cavalry to go running in. 6 attacks, hitting you on 4s. 4 attacks, AP1, poison. Go ahead and roll
so
right
5s.
here. Ooh. Reroll the 6. That's what poison is. So that's failed.
Yep, so
and then
they're gone.
No regen too.
No
regen. So they're just gone.
Yeah.
Plan worked. Okay, folks. So after a few more activations, Josh has decided discretion is the better part of valor. I mean, if you just look here, the cavalry, the Saurians. Josh has basically this one unit. His heroes are tied down by my hero on the dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. My army, I have lost a total of 3 models.
I think what we decided was because the 2 main things were hold the other objective or
be the last to kill a unit, and I can definitely get that.
You're going to get that one, definitely. Let's just say I'm able to hold you out for another turn or 2. Not going to happen. But if I did, you would still have the 1 point you need, and I can't get over to your stuff.
Yeah,
so.
It's not getting over there.
Yeah,
Saurians have managed to decisively push the undead out.
New model syndrome has been broken.
Well, at least with this army, it sure has. Yeah, these guys did amazing. So now I have to buy them a nice case to put them in.
That's
post-game analysis.
Yeah.
Undead need to be stronger.
Undead need to be stronger. Like I said, I need to play them better. I've got more skeletons. I need to go for quantity versus quality for some of them. That one unit that I have with Dracula that's mixed with the ethereal, I need to be smarter about my giants. There's a couple of things. This is one of those, we were talking about it off camera. When I'm playing it, I remember the things I want to fix.
Yeah.
But when I don't play it for a while, I don't think about it. So then when I'm building the army list, I'm like, this army list is already here.
So here's one thing that I want to throw out there. We know that at least, so there's some connections here. The Necron are undead robots.
Yes.
They're space Egyptian undead.
Yeah.
So OPR ports them over. They become the Robot Legion. Here's the thing. The Robot Legion has an army-wide 6-up ignore wounds.
Yep.
Why don't the undead have that?
Right. Yep.
So they have the undead rule,
not
but
regen. Not regen,
but a 6-up. Make it part of the undead rule, where they have a 6-up army-wide ignore. Yep. And then also the penalty when you fail, instead of rolling morale, you roll for the number of wounds. Like, I'm okay with that, the idea that the army crumbles.
Yep.
But it's like the only benefits to the undead aren't really benefits.
Well, and the ghostly undead have ethereal.
They have ethereal.
So there's precedent for it in one of the undead armies, but we were talking about it now. Like, to get the units where you want them, you got to throw Blood Chalice. Well, Blood Chalice is expensive. It takes
It takes up your equipment slot.
So it works because that Dracula unit, when in past games when I've gotten it into melee, they're brutal, especially with that scream thing. But that's the other army list.
The only way around it is if you equip your vampire lords with whatever other gear, and then you take like a necromancer, because they do have a spell that gives 2 units regen, but then your entire army linchpin is making sure that spell goes off. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really think the undead, vampiric undead, mummified undead, ghostly undead should all have an army-wide 6-up ignore wounds. The Saurians here everyone has predator.
Predator, yeah.
And that was amazing.
Yeah, that
you
was
saw
really
that
good.
round with the gators there?
Yeah.
I was fatigued, and yet I still got like 7 hits.
And it's not a hefty thing. It just it gives a narrative element that boosts the army to encourage that army, because otherwise it's sort of like, fundamentally, what am I getting out of this army on a baseline? Right. What am I getting out of the predator thing? Like, I'm sitting here watching you play that rule, and I'm sort of like, it's kind of getting me motivated to maybe do a similar dinosaur army, because I just like I like the idea of that rule.
It's fluffy and it's good, but it's not overwhelming. On a 6, you get another attack.
On a 6, you start rolling hot, it works for you.
But you can't count on it to win the day for you.
No, it's not something that overpowers an army.
Yeah. So there you are, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Any comments, leave them down below. I did remember that poison and rending ignore regen. I don't think we had any mistakes for that, because it worked in my favor.
Yeah. And other than missing out on ambush that first time, I think I remembered most of the stuff I was supposed to remember.
So until next time, folks, keep your dice on the table. We'll see you on the next one.